Yo,
What is good? We are back. It is January 19th. We're here with another episode of the Radical Souls Podcast. I'm Daniel.
I'm Chris.
I'm Ethan. Make sure you hit that subscribe button below, comment, like, let us know how you feel.
Word.
Yes, sir. Yo, before we get into that, I heard we hit 100 subs. Am I late?
We had 100. You're a little late, but we at that 100 right now. We speak.
Wow. It's a big landmark, guys. You know what I'm saying? This is like the bedstone of here on out. You know what I'm saying? Like, solid starts. All right? This is great. I'm happy. You guys happy?
Of course, bro. There's nothing like sharing your thoughts and having some people that actually, agree with you and keep coming back to hear what you got to say. You feel me?
That's what's up.
But guys, let's get into this episode, yo. We're gonna be talking big threes because we know there's a new big three in the NBA, and we want to see how that stacks up against prior big threes. So we're all gonna say, our big three that we think is that big three.
There's also some other big things that we'll be talking about.
Chris, you wanna mention it real quick? We were talking about it a little bit before.
So the Mets GM decided to send his, purple pickle. What was it? Was it the actual purple pickle? You know what I'm saying? Was it? You know what I'm saying? Or was it just the bulge?
We'll get into that because
we'll get into it. But he was sending his purple pickle out here. You know what I'm saying? He was just letting that shit fly. And the Mets said nah.
And then we are going to talk about this NFL weekend that we saw. We saw 4 games, and now we have the championships for each conference set up, and we got to dive into that a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
All right, guys. So how y'all feel about this new big three of Harden, KD, and, Kyrie should be back now, so we'll say the big three of them three. How you guys feel about that?
I'll let you go first. E, how do you feel about it?
I mean, going to my OKC Thunder, this is a beauty to me. Seeing KD and Harden play together, older. It's a shocking how they're actually playing together. I thought it would be messed up, but they're actually looking really good.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to be that bad. I think the biggest question mark everybody has is what happens now with Kyrie.
That was just about to come out of my mouth. I was like, I understand that them two could play together, but when Kyrie comes back, he's gonna want the ball in his hands. So I feel like that could be. It could either go like you said, one of two ways, like a complete disaster, or they just start flowing with each other. So, and I feel like if they get it flowing, dog, they could be dangerous, bro. Kyrie at the 1, Harden at the 2, if they can make shit work, I think they can. Them odds go up real quick of them winning the chip. So,
without a doubt. But how you guys feel? What's good, Chris?
I would say you think they could take on LeBron and the Lakers if they start playing well? Because if they just start playing decent, they could take on the whole East. To be honest, maybe a hiccup with the Celtics, maybe, but
I don't know. It's rough because I look at even the Celtics. Now that you mention it, I look at the Celtics bench and I look at the Lakers bench, and then I look at the Nets bench, and I'm like, yo, the Nets bench is TLC and Jeff Green. Like, there's nobody else on that team that I think anybody knows by name. Like, it's crazy. The Celtics have a decent bench, like Ethan was mentioning in the last episode, and like we said from Rip, the Lakers bench is insane. That's almost a starting lineup on some teams. Like,
yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think that big three can maybe pull it off. But how you guys feel stacked up against your favorite big threes? I don't know who wants to start first. We all picked a big three that we think could definitely take down that big three.
I guess I'll go first because mine's obviously the most basic one. The 2010 to 2014 big three, the original big three. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take my talents to Miami. Big three: LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. I feel like this low key, this is low key the only time I really liked LeBron was when he was with Miami. Didn't like LeBron in Cleveland. Didn't like LeBron when he went back to Cleveland. Don't really like LeBron now with the Lakers. Like, he's a little bit more acceptable now with the Lakers in my head because I feel like he's, I don't know. I just didn't like him in Cleveland, and he went to, Miami. So I liked him. I liked that they had the three-peat. I think it was 3 or 4.
They went 4 times to the finals. 1, 2.
1-2, yeah. So like, you know what I'm saying? Feel like that was something special to me. Honestly, I don't see a big three that could, take them down. Maybe the Celtics big three, but I don't know. Or
So
maybe, ooh,
now that you
no,
mentioned that,
no.
that was gonna be my big three. The big three that nobody wants to talk about that started that Miami big three. KG, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. Those three were dominating, dog. Like they were really just at that point in their careers where like, yo, they were hungry for a chip at that point. Like it wasn't like the big three of,
Yup.
oh yeah, we already have a nice career. Let's just, play together. Since that's something we always wanted to do. So we play in the Olympic. Like, nah, they were like, yo, we get in this ring. Like, screw all that. We
Yeah.
doing this. So I don't know. I feel like that's a big three that a lot of people forget, and that's why Miami's big three did come together. So, that big three is definitely up there. It could be a
Okay,
problem.
okay.
Ethan?
I mean, my big three is basically the big three right now, minus Rush. The 2012 OKC Thunder, when they were all young, Harden, six man, KD, and Russell Westbrook. We did beat the Lakers with Kobe, the Spurs with Tim Duncan, and the Mavs in the playoffs. But that big three of the Heat, we lost in the finals. So we all know how that went in history as LeBron's first ring ever.
I mean, bro, that big three was pretty good too. I mean, it'd be kind of scary to think what would have happened if y'all would have kept that core together.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
I
I
mean,
like the better look. What you say, Chris?
I was gonna say, I literally was just gonna say what Dan said, but keep going.
I would say I think Kyrie's the better look now. I mean, the same exact players, just Kyrie involved instead of Russ. And I like Kyrie's IQ better than Russ.
Word. But
Word up,
we're
bro.
gonna have to see what happens, bro. I don't know. I really don't know how that big three matches up against all these other big threes we just mentioned. I think I mean obviously Ethan's big three is a little bit rougher because it's them versus themselves at an older form. And
Basically.
Chris's big three, I mean that's probably the one of the strongest victories to ever go down on paper. Besides the Knicks big three of Melo, Jr. and Tyson Chandler. But it is what it is. Don't laugh, because we beat them. We beat them that year. When Melo was a scoring title champion, JR was a sixth man, and Tyson Chandler was in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. Nobody wants to give that big three credit, but that's probably the delusional Knick fan in me talking right now. But it is what it is.
Fair enough.
It's all right though, bro. We're looking good. Knicks are looking good this year, bro.
Yo, how we good? We
Yo,
looking? Yo, we in sixth place right now, dog.
yo, we looking good.
They rocking nice. They've been looking real good. We blew out the Celtics because it's what, Chris?
Yeah,
It's what, Chris? What's our biggest
Knicks
goal?
Nation, son.
Yes.
Yo, we could.
What else?
Yo, if we could start losing the fucking shit teams, bro. I think we could be top three, bro. Top three in the East. If we could just stop losing to these dumb, like, how you gonna tell me you could beat the Celtics, but you can't beat like the Hornets, bro?
Bro. We should have beat the Raptors because the Raptors are like in the bottom of the league right now. We should have beaten the
Yeah.
Thunder. I shouldn't have been wearing those damn boxes on my head. Ethan knows it.
Should have.
Ethan knew from rip he was gonna wear the boxes on his head.
You should have. It's not live.
Like the
Nah.
only logical losses that we had was the Philly game, which we got blown out by Philly because Ben Simmons had RJ on clamps. And even then, like every other
Oh,
game, I don't know if you would recall it. Oh yeah, the Nuggets game, that was a realistic loss, and there was one more realistic loss that I can't remember off the top of my head. But
I mean, now you guys have that rookie quickly actually getting more involved, which I know you guys both
yeah.
talked about. Loved him starting eventually.
yo, I mean, they just
Uh,
gotta slowly
he's nice, bro.
build.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been watching him and he's nice, bro. Like I feel like he can get the job done. I'm low key like I'm liking him more than Cole Anthony now as the time spanning out. Even though Cole Anthony's still nice, but I feel like he has more of a potential future. So
Speaking
I
of
don't know. Again, don't know if it's staggered Knicks view, but let's see.
speaking of potential futures, though, Ethan, how you feel about the Thunder, bro?
I mean, this every week now. I mean, we're resting Al Horford for no reason, and George Hill doesn't want to play because of COVID protocols, and there's a lot going on. But as long as Shy stays and we got the future picks, we good.
That's a fair enough view. How you think about the Knicks, bro? I like your opinion because you're very realistic, and I sometimes hate it. But how you feel about the
I
Knicks?
mean, lately I feel like Randall's been a little bit more quiet rather than the beginning of the season. He's been killing. Quickly, like I said, showed up the past 3 or 4 games. And RJ just has to stay consistent. I think Tom Thibodeau, his rotations, I feel like is weird in my opinion. Like starting Payton, and I don't know how I feel about his methods, but as a whole, I think the Knicks are doing good, better than people expected.
Word. I mean, hopefully the Knicks
And
can
that's
keep it
all
rolling.
we can ask for. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? As long as they go somewhere close 500 this year, I'm happy, dog. I'm happy. If we could slip in maybe 8th, 7th,
Honestly, I
can't
don't
ask
even
for
want that.
anything
I want the
more.
play-in. Like that potential. We can make the playoffs, but if we lose, we lose. If we win, we go to the playoffs and still have a nice record to potentially get a high
That's
pick.
true. Hold up. Let me give me 2 seconds, guys. Computer's about to die. Put it up.
So
Running my desk right now. Can we get like the the little Call of Duty thing where like technical difficulties? Can we get that going?
I got you.
We'll play the Jeopardy music.
But yeah.
Yo, Chris is funny as well, man. I miss Chris. Chris, thank God you're back, bro.
Like,
My bad, guys. My bad, guys. Andy's back. Try to
Yo,
plug it in real quick.
so let me bring this in because, like you mentioned, Chris, Ethan, let's talk about your Mets real quick, bro. What are y'all doing over there, bro?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yo, how y'all got a GM for 35 days and just say, you know what, yo, my boy, you got the messages leaked. You are wildin'. Yo, all right, let's. This isn't a joking matter, but let me just ask y'all this one joke. How many texts is enough text? Like, when do you finally say, like, all right, I'm done? Because this dude sent 60-something messages, including
What?
his wee-wee all erect, out bare in the open, just, out there. And he sent the whole bulge pic, bro, of his pants in the hotel room, just there like this. Like, yeah, I'm like that. Talk about, yo, you missing out. You should come over. You should pull up. I got a nice house that you could pull up to. A nice room. Yo, like 60-something messages, yo. And the girl just like, yo, can you please stop? Like, can you stop? Like, one time she replied back, and this dude just kept going saying, I'm sorry, like another, like 8 times in different ways.
Wow.
So when do you draw the line? Be like, you know what? Maybe I should get the hint. Like, 5 should be enough, right, normally? Maximum.
Yo, you sending a girl 5 text messages and she not texting you back, son? Like,
I'm done up after 3.
yeah, I think after 3, you know what I'm saying? Baby girl, go fuck yourself, all right?
Exactly. Just like that.
Just like that. Like,
yeah, homie was out here harassing her, and the Mets apparently didn't know when they hired him. Even though a lot of there's some behind the scenes things going on because it happened when he was on the Cubs in 2016. But they're saying that they've known this for a while, and people have known this within the MLB world, and somehow I guess they were just waiting for confirmation. I guess I don't know.
Damn. That's
They
crazy.
waited until he reached the Mets. They were like, yeah, let's just destroy the whole team. Let's just leak him out.
At least he made that Lindor trade, and then he dipped. You feel me?
Exactly.
Speaking of New York teams in baseball, let's talk a little more positive because the Mets can't get shit right. Yo, Chris, how you feel about Corey Kluber being on the Yankees now? How you feel about that
I
risk?
like it. I like it. I feel like it's a good contract. 1 year, you know what I'm saying? It's not bad money. So I think I see nothing but positive. How about you?
I like it. It's something that you're doing where, if it works out, just re-sign him and, it doesn't hurt you.
Yeah.
If he doesn't work out, he's on a 1-year deal. Hit the bricks, buddy. Hit the road.
See you later,
pack your
bud.
shit. Peace out. Like,
So, and I mean, it really boosts their rotation. I mean, and they're staying, as of right now, they're staying under the luxury tax. So, I mean, everything's looking good wise. They signed DJ LeMahieu, whatever it's called, tomato. But I'm glad they signed him. There were lots of you. I mean, I feel like DJ LeMahieu, you can't really find a utility man like that.
Nah, it's very
I mean,
hard.
I understand he was asking for a lot of money, but yo, he could literally play almost any position and be decent. And he has a bat. So, and he low key at one stretch when Stanton and Judge were out, he was the guy knocking home runs, not Gary
Yo, he put the
Sanchez.
team on his back like a backpack, yo. He said, yo, he went like this with that team. He said, yo, I'm gonna take y'all like this, yo, and we go into the playoffs, fam. We go into the playoffs. I'm not playing that. Y'all not messing up my contract. I have a contract year in 2 years. We go into these playoffs, and he took them.
So, bro, I mean, how do you feel with them signing DJ LeMahieu, making all these little changes? Who do you think the Yanks got to get rid of?
Damn, that's a good question.
Because there's questions for days of who they can add to the lineup, but it's more who you want to get rid of.
I think the person that is gonna be on that list of watch and see what happens is definitely Gary Sanchez, especially towards the stretch of last year in the playoffs. I know how Chris felt about Gary Sanchez, and Chris had a point at that point, and I'm gonna bring it back up again, Chris. If you can't defend and you're hurting the team and you're only here for a bat, and you can't even do that properly, I mean, what's the point of having you around? Like, it kind of reminds me of when like a team has a terrible draft pick and they just like keep like holding on to them because they don't want to get rid of their pick and admit it was a bad pick, and then everybody who's a fan is just like, yo, fam, like he's played like twice in the last like 2 years, bro. Just get rid of him. Like, we get what's going on here. We not dumb. We're not naive. Like, just please trade him.
Yeah.
So that personally, I think it's
So
Gary Sanchez. I don't know if you agree. If you think somebody else.
I completely agree with you. I think 100% it has to be Gary Sanchez. Gary Sanchez has got to fucking go. Sorry, not sorry. And going under that same umbrella, I might throw Brett Gardner in there.
I heard
Package
a
him up.
I heard a rumor that the Yankees were thinking about signing Yasiel Puig.
And that's what I'm saying. If you could put those two together in some sort of contract and get, I don't know, fucking 5 picks, 3 picks for him, I think you win. I don't know. And a prospect or two, I think you win. I don't
Bro,
know. Am I crazy?
you a little crazy because Brett Gardner old enough to be our grandfather at this point. Like,
That's why I said picks, okay, and a prospect. I'm not expecting to get nothing big from this. And everybody knows Gary Sanchez is trash. Gary Sanchez is a good C average player, I feel.
he got the upside is up there, but then you see him at normal level and you're like, oh my god.
Like, what am I watching? Like, I do get it when he hits the ball. He hits the ball. All right, he can definitely hit home runs.
Keyword when he hits the ball, homie bats like 200.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he's got to go. I think. I don't know. How do you feel about them re-signing Brett Gardner this year?
Veteran presence, somebody that's showing you that if you need him, you can use him. I think they gotta kind of start shifting towards Clint Frazier a little bit more. And
Literally just gonna say that.
if you're not messing with Clint Frazier, you trade him to the Mets and see if you can get Noah Syndergaard or something. Because I know that they've been a lot of trade rumors between the Yankees and Mets, Ethan, with Noah Syndergaard. I mean, you have talked about it a few times.
We'll take it. We'll happily accept it.
Yeah, I think this was the point where they could have gave Clint Frazier that position and really work him in. Like, he's been kind of on the sideline for the past 2 years, where he's up and down, up and down. Like, I think now with his contract, Brett Gardner's contract was up. This would have been a nice spot to put a young guy in and let him play. But it's the Yankees. We gotta waste money on old men. It's only right.
Yo,
So
speaking of wasting money on old men, let's transition to the NFL because we saw the game between the Bucks and the Saints. Now, I was the only tweak that decided that the Saints was the route to go, and as you can see, next to Drew Brees' name, 3 interceptions. Who the hell here thought that Drew Brees was throwing 3 interceptions? Keep it a stack. Don't lie. We know that y'all both wasn't thinking that when y'all made this game pick.
nah. I did not. I honestly, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I had took the bet for Saints +3 because they had gotten smoked the prior 2 times. They got smoked by like 20 the first time, and then they didn't even score. They had a field goal the last time they played. So I thought New Orleans had their number for real, but I went on a whim and picked the Bucks out of pure pride, and worked out.
I mean, looking at the stats, yo, I think the biggest heartbreaker here was Jared Cook's fumble, like in very bad timing. Like they were moving downfield. I don't even think they scored a touchdown yet. They were down by like 3, and then Antoine Winfield just said, "Nah, fam, I'm punching that shit out, and we're taking this the other way."
Oh, I feel like the Buccaneers secondary drank that Michael Jordan juice. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that special juice is that they drink in Space Jam, the secret juice. You know, they had some of that because there was a lot of tip drills going on, and they was landing that shit in their hands. So I wouldn't say that was. I feel like that wasn't a lot of pure skill. That was just a lot of tip drills. So,
Yo, facts, bro. I mean, let's talk about the biggest thing here. Let me go full screen. Yo, Michael Thomas, 4 targets, no receptions, dog.
did you see the shit that he said this morning? I'm sorry.
Nah, what happened?
He said that he was playing hurt because he wanted to be there for Drew Brees on his final to last game.
I mean, yeah, you was
Like,
there. You was there in the field watching from a different.
You was
view.
there, yeah.
You wasn't doing nothing else.
Bruh, I feel like you got to take him. I don't know. After this year, him playing the way he has, is he still a top 5 receiver?
No.
No.
I think he's out of the conversation. He's top 10, top 15. Because, bro, he did not show up at all this year.
And even then, like let's give Julio for example, because you know the fantasy champion. Go talk real quick about that. First time I mentioned that since you know Chris hasn't been here. I just wanted to make sure Chris was here when he heard it from my mouth and get my praise from Chris. But anyways, look at Julio. Like when Julio played for me, I was like, damn, he went off for like 30 fantasy points with like 100 yards and 10 receptions. Like Michael Thomas, I don't know when he's there. Like, is he really there?
No.
He was never there.
Never there.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, who would you guys put as the top 5 receivers right now if you're taking Michael Thomas out?
You got this one, Chris?
Let's see. Tyreek Hill, obviously. Fuck, that's kind of hard.
Devontae Adams?
Would you go? Would you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, obviously Devontae Adams. Would you go A-Rob?
Borderline. He'll be.
I feel like at the end he kind of showed up at the end. I don't know. Okay,
I think,
all right.
Let's put the definites. It's D-Hop,
D-Hop, yeah. Okay.
Adams, Diggs, and Hill. That number 5 spot is an argument.
I feel like you might have to slip DK Metcalf in there.
That's my argument too. Like DK Metcalf could be that 5, but then I see him against Jalen Ramsey. I'm like, you're like in the 10 range. It's my boy. Like, nah.
Yeah, all right.
Let's say Julio gets traded to a better quarterback. You're not playing Julio at the 5?
Man.
Nah, not if he's playing hurt. Not if he's playing hurt half the season. Like, nah. Honestly, I'll take Keenan Allen before I take Julio.
He's up there too. Yeah, actually,
He's
right.
up there.
I agree.
So, all right. So the number 5 spot is a fight between Keenan Allen, DK Metcalf, and Allen Robinson. Julio, I'm putting in that.
Not Julio.
10, like 10, 9.
Okay. 10.
You and Michael Thomas could take the scrap fight right there. Like, nah.
But I feel like when you go from 5 to 10, you got a lot of names in there. You got guys like Justin Jefferson. You got, obviously, Michael Thomas. You can even throw in the kid from Washington. What's his name? He's pretty fucking good.
Scary Terry?
Yeah. I feel like he could be top. He could be top 10. I don't know.
On a good day.
On a good day.
I'm about to say, yeah.
So that 5 to 10 spot is kind of iffy. That's a good conversation.
Word.
No Mike Evans, no Chris Godwin, no.
Chris Godwin, I wouldn't put there just yet.
I wouldn't put him
Mike
there
Evans.
Mike Evans can get thrown there, but he has to show up a little bit more. He's got too many. I feel like Mark Evans is shadowed by Chris Godwin. Because literally the ball can go to 50-50, either one of them. So.
Word. So, like I said, I was the only one that picked the Saints. You guys picked the Buccaneers. We pretty much just picked all the same game picks. I don't know which game you guys want to go to first. Should talk about the biggest one this week. Anything is possible. Would y'all like to talk about that real quick?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Chiefs and Cleveland. Yo, this game was looking like it was not a game. Everybody's like, yo, I'm going to just sit here and cruise. And then Patrick Mahomes got knocked the fuck out.
He got hit. He got hit with that Debo.
You got knocked the fuck out, man.
Yo, he got up and he was like, "Ooh."
Yo,
Like, yo, he looked a little droopy getting up. I'm sorry.
oh, he looked like us in our good days when we would go together in Jersey. And we used to try to get off of that couch and we just like, oh, now I'm going to sleep.
Oh, no. So,
I mean,
yeah.
luckily Chad Henne, even though he threw that punt return into the end zone, he was able to rush and get the big key moment yards right there.
Yeah. Yo, they were saying he starts next week. Yo, they got a 20% chance of winning. So they better pray Mahomes comes back, dog. Oh, he better come back with some headaches. Popping ibuprofen, my guy.
I was looking at the I just got an update earlier, and they were talking about that, and he's still in concussion protocol. Some are saying that he's taking big steps, but it's still too early to say if he's gonna play.
I mean, let's be honest. How long does concussion protocol usually take? Usually, you're looking at a week or two.
Yep.
Sometimes
they're out for about a week or two.
Yeah, there's like 5 stages, so they're saying it should take like 5-6 days through those stages. Obviously, you know, with the championship game here.
Hold up.
But Ethan, how you feel about the Chiefs if Mahomes is in the championship game and he's trying to, you know, rush back?
I mean, it's gonna be good to see him back out there, but you're going against a Bills team that just smoked Lamar and has been looking good all season. So this is kind of risky either way. But it's better than starting Henne, honestly. You get a better chance.
Yo, dog, I mean, Henne, he had some big moments with Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, but that one interception had me like, oh, man, this is their backup.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw a punt return go up in the air, and I say, yeah, this is done. This is definitely done. Yo, how you feel about that Rashard Higgins call, bro? The fumble that went to the end zone. Yeah.
I personally hated that call.
I mean, it's
that would have been the game changer right there. Honestly, they scored that.
How you feel though? Like,
good.
Just gonna mute me.
Oh.
No, I'm just joking. A good thing to do. Good thing to do.
But we're just talking about you know, how we feel about Henne against the Bills. We're just talking about that Bills defense and you know how that ain't a good look.
Nah, not at all. I mean, he looked like he was shitting his pants out there the past couple plays. So, come on.
You guys think the Bills are pulling this off if Mahomes is out? It's a locky.
100%. That's a lock. That's a Charles Barkley lock right there.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, I'm putting the bank on the Bills. So
in the house. That's it.
Yeah.
And then we got 9 minutes left, so let's go through this real quick. Yo, Packers, Rams. Not a surprise there. Everybody knows that the Rams defense is the strong suit of that team, and Jared Goff is a bum. How you guys feel about, you know, just the whole Jared Goff situation? Because they're talking about that situation with him and McVay might need some marriage counseling, quote unquote. You wanna start off? How you feel about Goff? Yo, you think they should move on? You think they should let it run back? What's good?
Get Goff out of the Rams already. Like, the team is too nice to have a bad quarterback. Like, please get him out of there and get a better quarterback, because that defense is stacked. The wide receivers are stacked, but you just have a bad quarterback.
That is facts. 100% agree with you. So.
Yeah, Chris, you want to talk a little bit more about it? I know you've been really strong on the Goff sucks train.
I mean, now it just confirms you got to get him the fuck out of there. So, and I have faith in him, to be honest, in the beginning of the year. I mean, I drafted him as my, fantasy quarterback. But, bro, that shit fall off the hinges quick. So, you got to get him the fuck out of there. Like you said, that team is way too nice They got way too many assets on both sides of the balls for them to be fucking garbage or for them to get out, the way they did. That should have been a really, if Goff isn't at quarterback, if you put anybody else, I don't know, I could think of at least 2-3 backup quarterbacks that could have played a good game.
You think Cam
versus
is
Green
the
Bay.
answer there?
Complete the fifth. Complete the fifth on that one.
What
Don't
about
want to offend any Cam Newton fans out there.
what about let's see. I don't know. I'm trying to think who's a free agent that you could really be like, yeah, let's go for it.
Man, try to get Winston. Try to get
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe
backup that could start.
even Winston could have been.
Trubisky, maybe.
I don't know.
Even
For a
Trubisky.
shot.
Even Trubisky, bro. I'll give Trubisky a shot. Maybe even Andy Dalton. I don't know.
Word.
Word? No, word.
I think it's better.
Nick Foles? Nick Foles is coming up, bro. That's a conflict they're gonna have in Chicago. You're telling me you'll take Goff over Foles?
I feel like they're the same player.
Well, one got a chip, one doesn't. No.
That's true. So I don't know. Or even maybe Brissett too. Just go Brissett. I mean,
That's a good option. I don't know if the Colts are gonna let that happen because of Phillip Rivers on that 1-year deal.
yeah. So, but yeah, no, that's my point. Is there's a lot of options out there. They don't have to stick with that guy. He fucking sucks. So, all right.
Yo, speaking about quarterback options, can we talk about the Jets real quick? I don't know if you guys have heard the news. Chris, I know you've heard the news, bro. You're in Texas. You had to have heard about this. Rumor has it Deshaun Watson is not happy. And one of the teams that apparently is very in a good position to get him are the Jets. They sent out a headline for the New York Post, one of them newspapers out there. I don't remember which one. So many. And he liked the headline. Somebody posted a picture, and he liked the picture, and everybody's showing it. And they're like, yo, liking something on social media nowadays means 1,000 more things than them talking at the pressers now. So, well, what you guys think? You guys think that Deshaun Watson is definitely out, and you think the Jets is one of them options? Or how you feel?
Bro, I'm going to be honest. I feel like he just hasn't said that he wants the trade request just because he knows once he asks for it, that's it. He can't go back. But I feel like he's pretty damn close. If they do another hiring without, I don't know, not even consulting him. Bro, because they brought in, he had made the GM request.
The GM
Was
request
it the GM?
and the coach
And they didn't
request.
even, bro, literally every other team that was looking for a GM interviewed this guy except them. And I'm like, wow, like you got to think about that. Yo, that's low-key kind of disrespectful, son. So.
High key. Not even low key. High key.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So.
E, how you
What
feel?
about you, E? What do you think?
Well, I love Watson as a Jets player, I would say. But it all depends how it goes about. Like, what do you give? It's a lot to go through, but I would love to see Watson as a Jet.
So, me being a Jets fan I actually have a few ideas, and I've seen a few ideas out there. If you guys would like to hear some of what you think. My idea is trade that number 2 pick ASAP. Try to send it to the Falcons. Try to figure it out. You can get like a number 4 and another year pick or a second-round pick or something else. You trade that pick, and you'll be like, yo, I don't have any first-round picks. I better take this. Or because Deshaun Watson got a no-trade clause too. So he's not going wherever he don't want to go. So I'll be like, yo, look, we're going to give you this once-in-a-lifetime offer. You know he wants to come here. He ain't going nowhere else, so you guys can take the chance of him sitting out. We'll give you Sam Darnold. We'll give you the number 4 pick because the Jets have a few more other picks. And you give him like a second-round pick maybe and just be like, yo, and we'll give you another year first-round pick because we got the Seahawks first-round pick next year too. And you just keep it moving and be like, yo, look, this is your only chance to do this because we ain't coming back. The draft is in like a week or two, and if y'all say no, we ain't coming back, that's it. Because the Jets are in the perfect position of they could trade for Watson, they could draft a quarterback, or they can keep Sam Darnold. So there's so many different options, and I feel like Deshaun Watson is just Deshaun Watson. Like, there's no way of passing up on that, and that's the most guaranteed thing you get out of all the options I just gave.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys feel about it. You think it's worth all the picks? Or I know Chris is heavy on the rebuild. I know Ethan's heavy on the give me more picks. How you guys feel?
I don't know. That's a big that's a big risk there, bud. You telling me you're gonna give up a potential first round pick that you know could be a pretty good quarterback, and maybe Justin. You guys could probably get Justin Fields if he falls, number 4 or whatever it is now, number 3 that you guys are at. And look at how Deshaun Watson played this year, bro. Did he play that good?
He was in MVP talks. Problem was their record was terrible. That was the main thing. And he had no playmakers if you want to make the argument, because Will Fuller got suspended towards the end.
Will Fuller, yeah. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what MVP talks you're hearing. I feel like I didn't see MVP Deshaun Watson this year. I don't know. I feel like I don't know if I can justify giving up a first-round pick, even just a first-round pick and another pick for him, when you could get a guy like Justin Fields that has a cannon of an arm right out of college. So,
Ethan?
I don't know.
I'm actually going to say the opposite. I'm going to say if you guys are able to get Allen Robinson and Watson, I think that would be a killer group starting. Because I know Allen Robinson liked the post.
Yep.
And I knew you were going to say that. I seen him like the post too. So I would say, because Watson's still young. Like, it's not even like he's an older player.
Yeah.
He's still a young player. But going to Chris's route, you still have that 2 pick where you could get Fields and you work around him and still get Robinson. So you have options to choose. Like, is Watson the guy? Is Fields the guy? Is Darnold just got to get the hell out of here? Like, there's options you just have to figure out.
Word.
And I mean, if you end up getting, if you end up still sticking with the pick and you go at quarterback, you can get rid of Darnold for something.
Word.
You can get rid of Darnold for some sort of playmaker out there. So
let's see. Yo, less than a minute. I like you guys' input. Great talk, like always. We'll be back on Friday with another episode, and let's see what happens this week. Maybe Kyrie and the other 2 will be put together on the court tonight.
Yes, sir.
Word, guys. All right. Let's see, and we'll see each other again. Peace.
Peace.